Let's talk about HK. So obviously enough, in there we have what I consider to be the best 45 ACP pistol in the world, the HK45. As you can see, comes in a box, and inside of the box, which I have unlocked for the video, obviously, you get the pistol itself and 2 magazines. Good thing about this pistol, if you are in Canada, is the magazines are 10 rounds of 45 ACP. Which means you do not need to have any kind of special pinned magazine or any of this crap. Which also means if you are so inclined, you can get base extension and have +3 or even +10 capacity. And yes, I've seen them on HK parts. There is 20 round capacity magazines for that thing. Now, in terms of ergonomics, the magazines are, well, they're 45 magazines. Actually, they remind me a little bit of N9 or Beretta magazine with this particular shape. But this thing is very much inspired by the USP, which before this one was, in my opinion, the best combat pistol ever made. In this one, they improved quite a bit. As you can see, you have a textured grip with finger grooves on it. For the record, if you look at the 511 glove size, I'm using XL gloves, and to me this is incredibly comfortable. Really, it is the best that I have ever held. You can change the backstrap if you want to something a little thinner or wider if you so wish. In my opinion, the medium one is perfectly fine for most hand size. The other thing that contributes to the ergonomics compared to, let's say, the FNX45 is that the magazine only holds 10 rounds, which allows you to have a fairly slim pistol. It is slimmer than the USP, and in my opinion, that's kind of a plus. Other than that, you can see that we have the 3-dot arrangement, just like on most pistol. These ones are not night sights, it's just bright yellow. You can find some other sites on hkparts.net or other shops if you wish to. I've already talked about the decocker and the slide stop, which works just like a slide stop. The part that some North American shooters don't like, however, is the magazine release, which is very HK and European in nature. The USP had exactly the same one. As you can see, in my case, reaching it with my thumb is fairly difficult without, well, it's actually impossible to reach it without breaking my grip. However, I usually use my index finger on this type, and you can see it works perfectly fine, no matter what I do. It's exactly the same from the other side. In terms of accuracy, the sights are already zeroed from the factory, at least on mine. In terms of shooting, I am not the best pistol shooter. However, as you can see in the video, I can still easily hit my target 5, 10, or even 20 yards away. Do not expect this to be a competition shooter. This is supposed to be a police-like combat pistol first and foremost, so you should expect the same kind of accuracy. So yeah, that's why I consider this pistol to be the absolute best in 45 ACP. It's that the USP was my previous one, but on this, I honestly think that they have greatly improved the ergonomics. They removed 2 rounds, but they also made the grip a lot slimmer so that more people can actually use it. I don't think the hate for the mag release is warranted in any way, shape or form. If you have used a CZP10, for example, you know that there is a button on the side, but on the inside it's exactly the same as the HK line. That is to say, there is a hole with a tab that actually retains it. Problem is, on this one, the tab and the lever is just one piece. If you look on the CZ, it's a button that gets extremely hard until you have shot about, I would say, 500 rounds or something like that before it actually starts to mellow out. And I still had problems with it afterward. So yeah, considering that and the fact that it is much cheaper than an equivalent quality 1911, you should get this one. If you want to see more reviews or comment on firearms, you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I have a Savage Impulse Predator that's coming in. That is the new straight pull with the AICS magazine. I have already bought a bunch of things for it, and stay tuned for that. Salut, bonsoir! If you want to see more reviews or comment on firearms, you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I have a Savage Impulse Predator that's coming in. That is the new straight pull with the AICS magazine. I have already bought a bunch of things for it, and stay tuned for that. Salut, bonsoir! So, in all honesty, even if